Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy-looking Nerf herders. Today I'm reading Star Wars Jedi Academy Leviathan, number 1. I'd like to take a moment and invite you to support this channel through memberships and apparel, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring that damn bell. With the dawn of a new republic, after years of the Empire's darkness, new protectors arise, Jedi Knights, heroes who have served the Force for 1,000 generations. Now, 8 years since the fall of the Emperor and the death of Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker begins to see the results of his efforts to seek out those with the potential to use the Force. In the ruins of an old base, which was at one time nearly destroyed by the first Death Star, Luke had trained his candidates. The first of them have learned to be Jedi, and they must now begin their great work for the good of the galaxy. The Force is everywhere, but students come here to Yavin 4 to learn the ways of the Jedi. Soon the Jedi Knights will return, like the heroes of the past. They will be protectors of the New Republic, just like the ones in the stories Obi-Wan told me. My academy is called the Praxium, a place for the learning of action. Using every resource available to me, I try to teach them everything Obi-Wan would have wanted them to know. They learn to fight. They learn to think. Our enemies have fought against us in many ways, but the Rebel Alliance, the New Republic, has always been victorious. Besides, I have my own weapons, my new Jedi Knights. Kyp Durron, young and impetuous, much like me when I was his age, once my greatest student, then my greatest enemy under the tutelage of the Shade of Exar Kun. He has been through much. I believe Kyp could become the greatest of us all. Kirana Ti, a warrior woman, one of the witches of Dathomir. She has ridden rancors as an expert in the physical side of the Force. Streen, a hermit and cloud prospector I discovered on Bespin. He doesn't like people, but has learned to overcome his need for isolation. His affinity is with the wind and weather. Tionne, a Jedi lore master and historian, fascinated with the tales of the Jedi. I found her rescuing artifacts on doomed Exus Station. She gives me the perspective I need to understand our challenges in the context of thousands of years of Jedi Knights. Yes, R2, I was just lost in thought, thinking of all the potential, all the possibilities. We have survived the depredations of the Empire, the attacks of Thrawn and Dala, but we cannot rest. You must learn what you can here and elsewhere. You will become paladins of the New Republic, champions of the Force. But you cannot stay here in contemplation all your lives. You must go abroad into the galaxy. You have the greater burden to do as well as to learn. For we are the Jedi Knights. Coros, experimental mining colony, a prefabricated industrial city erected in the bowl of a crater, where hopeful miners excavate the rock walls for ore and crystal deposits. But the cost of hauling their hard-won treasures to trading stations in orbit eats up most of their profits.
Hurry up and get those charges planted! We can make one more good blast before the storm front hits! Once the black rain season starts, this whole crater wall becomes unstable.
We better hope this one's a lucky strike!
I dragged my whole family to Coros looking for my fortune, and all I got were dirty fingernails. During the black rain season, we'll all be stuck inside our domes.
Plenty of time with the family, at least.
Heavy crystalline readings behind the wall, unusual mineral traces.
I think we might have something here.
Hurry up! Over the barricade! The time's already set! Get down! Boom!
Dang! We shouldn't have used all those Alpha Plus charges! Great! Half the crater wall is coming down! Who's gonna clean up this mess? I'm not waiting all day for the smoke to clear. Let's take a look and see what we've uncovered. In 30 years of mining, I've never seen anything like this. It's a fossil of some kind. What a beast! Sure is ugly. I wonder what kind of creature it was. An extinct one. That's all I care about. Come on, crew. Back to the domes. The black rain is starting. What was that? I'm sure it was just a storm. Coruscant, once known as Imperial Center, a planet entirely engulfed by City, the seat of the galactic government for thousands of years, Old Republic, Empire, and now the New Republic. The Imperial Palace now serves as home for the Chief of State. Admiral Akbar, every time I get overwhelmed with the problems we still face, you always remind me of how much we have already accomplished.
I cannot let you get discouraged, Princess. We have won Coruscant from the remains of the Empire.
And lost it again.
And gained it back, even against the resurrected Emperor himself. We have defeated Admiral Dala twice. We have destroyed the Hutt's Darksaber project. Your brother has trained new Jedi Knights who will act as a stabilizing influence throughout our wounded Republic.
Now I can see why Mon Mothma didn't want to do this job forever. Chief of State, we piped through an urgent transmission. The comm center thought you should see this yourself. Why is it always a crisis? Corbos! Mining colony! We're under attack! Some sort of creature! Destroying our entire city! We have no weapons against... Send help! Please! And why do I always feel so helpless?
You can't be responsible for every sentient being in the galaxy.
Those miners need help, Admiral, but I am still rebuilding the military. You know what a shambles the fleet is in. How can I send a fighting force?
Might I suggest that you take advantage of all your resources, Leia? Call Luke. I'm sure he might have a Jedi Knight or two who could go to Corbos.
Yavin 4. You called me, Master Skywalker? The supply ship is on its way down from orbit. It's got a passenger aboard I want you to meet. Deep clear flip! Someone who will look very familiar to you, I think. Welcome to my Jedi Academy. Dorsk 80? But you're... Dorsk 82, actually. Don't you remember me from our visit to our clone planet, Calm? I'm here to see if I have the Jedi potential that my predecessor exhibited. Thank you for taking me to the grave of my predecessor. This is a pilgrimage. I must... Just be careful. The jungle is sometimes a dangerous place. Dorsk 81 was a friend of mine. He fought well. His bravery and his sacrifice saved the entire Jedi Academy during the attack by Admiral Dala and Pelion. I come out here myself sometimes to meditate. Here's his lightsaber. He prided himself so much on his Jedi training, even though it caused many problems for his predecessor, Dorsk 80. If you're going to train here with us, you should take his lightsaber. But I don't even know if I can use the Force. Maybe I should just leave it here. I sense... Look out! It's a mutated jungle creature! Be careful of the venom! A distant descendant of Exar Kun's handiwork. Its bloodline survived here for thousands of years. But I can take care of this. Stand back! Behind me! I'll defend you! Thanks. All I could do was cower. I was defenseless. It's the least I could do for the memory of Dorsk 81. I want to learn how to fight like that. Then I can help you to become a Jedi, but don't expect it to be easy. Jedi Academy Communications Center, the tactical room on the former Rebel base. Leia, good to hear from you. What's wrong? I can sense how troubled you are. We need your help, Luke, and the help of your new Jedi trainees. I received an emergency message from a group of miners on Coros, a world that's even more isolated than Yavin 4, if that's possible. They're under some kind of attack, but the transmission cut off. I don't know what's happening, and I can't spare part of the fleet to investigate. You're not far from Coros, Luke. Do you think one of your students could check this out? Could they handle it? Leia, I can't think of a better way for them to learn. I've called you here because we have work to do, the work of a Jedi Knight. We have little information, a mining colony under attack. I believe one of you can investigate. Kyp Durron, I would like you to fly to Coros, help the miners, if you can. I want to take Dorsk 82 with me. I was hoping you would suggest that. Once you arrive on Coros, assess the situation. If you can't handle it yourself, I want you to summon Streen and Kirana Ti. If I do need help, I can think of no one else I'd rather have by my side, other than you, Master Skywalker. So we just wait here and keep training? There will be other missions for all of you. In this way, we can help provide a stable foundation for the New Republic. The dark side always provides enough work to keep us busy. Take this ship to the Calidor Sash, donated to us by a grateful trader. Apparently, Obi-Wan Kenobi saved his parents once a long time ago. It's an outdated design, but still perfectly serviceable. Do you think we can fly it? This is terrific! Just what we need! It smells musty in here. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to clean it while we're in hyperspace. Those miners are waiting. I'm not trained in this kind of control panel. I was instructed to help manage the cloning facilities on Com. You can learn, Dorsk 82. The fuel pods are fully charged. That's all I need to know. May the Force be with you.
Do you think he'll call for help if he needs it?
Kyp Durron? Not a chance. Not willingly. Here, let me help you with the course setting display. Standard equipment, modified navicomputer with 3-dimensional holographic map extension, track down Coros and lay in a direct course. But I'm not even sure this is Coros. Are you certain this is a safe route, Kyp? Please double check my... Dorsk 82, we can't waste any more time. I trust in your abilities. Here we go, into hyperspace! But I don't trust in my abilities, Kyp. I don't know why I even came to the Jedi Academy. My genetic line has had 82 generations, and only one has ever become a Jedi. If Dorsk 81 had it, then all of you must have had the potential. But he also had his doubts. He and I went on missions together. We exposed Admiral Dala's plans, her alliance with Pelion. But we both came back to Yavin 4 to defend the Jedi Academy. All the new Jedi Knights fought together, but only Dorsk 81 had the bravery and the skill to save the Jungle Moon. We all fought, but he used the Force more than any of us. He joined himself with the other trainees. He drew upon everything, opened every cell in his body to the Force, and unleashed it. His one effort drove back Pelion's entire fleet of Star Destroyers, shoving them halfway through the Yavin system. That proved too much for him. The power he used burned himself out, and he died. Now, don't talk to me any more nonsense that you have no skills. Korbos. Well, we made it to Korbos, experimental mining colony, garden spot of the Outer Rim. Good navigating, Dorsk 82. Kyp, what's this? A distress signal? It seems to be automated. This is Kyp Durron, Jedi Knight, calling Korbos mining facility. We are responding to your distress signal to the New Republic. How can we be of assistance? Please come in. The excavators are inside those craters. The miners tunnel into the walls where geologic upheaval has mixed the minerals and crystals near the surface. Even with that black rain, the place sure looks desolate. Look at that devastation! It's like a war took place here. This was just a peaceful mining colony, not very profitable either. Kyp, are you all right? Can you hear that? Screaming, cries for help. Inside my head, all of them. So many people, so many voices, crying out through the Force. I can't hear anything. Maybe because I haven't been trained. Or maybe because I have no potential for using the Force. We've got to take a closer look, Dorsk 82. There were 30 families down in the crater city. I can hear their despair and terror. It's absolutely relentless. You're landing? Are you sure it's safe? You need to learn to trust your own instincts and your own resources, Dorsk 82. But shouldn't we call in the reinforcements? Streen? Kirana Ti? We promised them we'd ask for help. I want to look around first. Answer a few questions of my own. I can't imagine how anyone could have survived this kind of attack, but even this storm can't drown out the screaming in my head. Thank you all for tuning in. We invite you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring the bell to get notified about our next video. I'd like to invite you to support this channel today through memberships and apparel. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf herders, may the Force be with you.